Hi everybody, today I am dog sitting, so I thought I would find out the answer to a question nobody's asked, which is, can somebody who's classically trained learn perfect pitch in a day? Hello, future nighttime Chris here, talking about today's sponsor, Skillshare. They sponsored a video a couple weeks ago, so if you saw my song, you can learn how to make a birthday cake or either kind of beats. You can learn ukulele and then someday maybe play it along with me. If you want to learn a skill, you gotta go to Skillshare. But that fire won't burn until you go to Skillshare. It's a cool service. There's tons of courses that you can sign up for. Click the link in the description to get your first 2 months for free, just the first 1,000 people who click on that. So make sure to do that. I have a couple courses that I like on there on mixing and mastering music, producing music by a young guru. They're really cool. And thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this. If you are interested in learning something, especially while we're all closed down, it's a good way to do it. So Skillshare. So what is perfect pitch? For those of you who don't know, it's being able to identify the notes on the keyboard without any reference. And there are some people who can just do that. It's basically like being able to look at a color and say, that's orange. You have to be told that that is called orange, but telling the difference between the colors is not difficult unless you have, color blindness or something. So at an early age, students who are maybe in a general choir class or something might be told, this is middle C, and then the next time they hear it, they'll say, yeah, that's middle C. Well, somebody already told me that, And for the rest of us, it just sounds like a note. There's something called relative pitch, which is if I hear something at the beginning of the day and I know what key it's in, I'll have it for the rest of the day, and I can actually just use intervals to decide what that is. You can't really learn perfect pitch. You can learn relative pitch. But today I'm going to do something kind of in between, and I don't know if it's going to work. And I'm only giving myself a day. So the idea is I'm going to try to learn what it feels like to sing, the actual physical sensation to sing the different notes. And if I can recall what it feels like as a physical sensation, maybe I can recall the notes. Let's see what happens. So I haven't done anything yet today. I guess I played a middle C, so we have to get rid of that first and foremost. I'm nervous. I don't want to start and just blow it, but okay. I'm going to try to play a B flat. And all of my years of schooling is going to go into this blind. So I wasn't perfectly in tune, but it was a B flat. I think I wavered a little bit at the beginning. I'm proud of myself. I did that cold. I played a C a little earlier. I wasn't thinking of the C. Maybe it was a little relative, but I think on a tuner it would say B flat. So calling that a win. That is the first note we play on a trombone. That is well within my singing range. So not so hard. All right, so now we have to get rid of that B flat. Okay, so I feel like I'm doing this a little bit wrong because I'm like, okay, preparing myself for the B flat, and then I sing the B flat, and it's pretty close, and I feel good. I think I just need to sing what feels right, and then assess if I'm right or wrong, if I was higher or lower, and get more information that way, rather than thinking about it, because I don't want to have to think about it. I want to just be like, man, it feels like an E. So I sang a D, which is close. I wasn't crazy off. I was a whole step away. F. Okay, so that was a whole step down as well. That's pretty useful information, right? I sang a whole step down for the E. I sang a whole step down for the F. That's kind of interesting. Okay. That seems helpful. Maybe it was a coincidence. We're gonna find out. All right, let's try an A. Nailed it. Okay, we tuned to that note. Maybe that one was stuck in my brain. Maybe it's because I just tried to sing an F. Who knows? Let's try a D. Da. I'm a half step below. I sang a D flat. Does that mean I'm getting closer? I doubt it would happen this fast. Let's try a C sharp. Low C sharp. Okay, half step down again. I sang a C. I tried to sing a C sharp. Really close. That feels significant. All right, let's try an A flat. About a whole step down. For A and B flat, our tuning notes pretty much spot on. When I just do my gut feeling, I'm either a half step or a whole step below. So let's try compensating a little bit and see what happens. I'll sing, maybe let's just try a half step higher than what I think it is. E flat. I'm shooketh. That was amazing. Okay, let's try a couple. Let's not just do one and be like, it works every time. Okay, let's try a G. G. Okay, so that one was, I needed to go a little bit more. By the way, I don't have a mic stand. I'm sorry I didn't address this earlier. This is what we're dealing with. What haven't we done? F sharp? Oh, I was right the first time. That kind of puts a pickle in our wrench, doesn't it? Let's try B natural. B natural. I don't know what to make of this. I'm just close sometimes. I think I missed a vital step, which is when I correct myself, I just say, oh, I was wrong, but I don't sing the right one. I feel like I need to ingrain the right one so I can remember what it feels like. Let's try F sharp. Nailed it. C. That's two in a row, my friends. Let's try a G. Up here, though. Okay, so I sang an F sharp. I started lower, and I was like, no, that doesn't feel right. Okay, let's try a couple the other way. F sharp. Okay. A flat. I'm really thinking about that though. So let me show you what I do. To go this way and the other way, you may have seen me fingering. It's just easier than slide positions for me. They mean the same thing. So if you play trombone or brass instruments, I'm just doing the fingering of what it would be to play the note on like a baritone or trombone, valve trombone, I guess. And there's this sensation in my brain because I've played those instruments so much that if I am hearing a pitch and fingering the wrong fingering or slide position, it feels wrong. And so every time this synapse in my brain is saying, when I'm holding this position or this fingering, these are the notes you can play. And so if I'm doing something different, I've never done that before, and it just feels off. So it's in there somewhere. I just gotta access it. Let's do a couple more like that. That's kind of fun. So just sing any note and then try to match it on the piano. Here we go. So I'm kind of between D and E flat. Could be E. I'm really between D flat, D, and E flat. I don't even think D flat. I'm kind of between D, E flat, and E now. Let's just pick the one in the middle. Let's not overthink it. Let's pretend it's E flat. But I thought about that like forever. But that's okay. We got it right. That's a start. All right, so I'm not going to make you watch this all, but fast forward, and I'm going to do this for a few hours and check back in and show you how it's going. Okay. E, F. Sharp. Ooh, it worked. All right, so I've been doing this for a while. I now have 3 ways to test it. We have I pick a note and try to sing it. I sing a note and try to play it. And then the third one is I play a note and try to identify it. And I'm using the binder, so I don't know if it's a sharp or a flat. I'm okay knowing generally where it is. Even when I just blindly guess, I'm usually within a whole step. So knowing generally where it is, I can already know generally where it is just from my ear. So that's good. That means we're close. But it's the fine tuning aspect. And so I'm using the binder to just say, is it B flat, A, or B natural? I won't know if I close my eyes and use the binder. So, oh, I like that. D. D. Okay. That one. I think I got it. F. If that's what it was. Yeah. So let's do the same thing with something up here. Okay. My soul is empty. So what I was talking about before was how I play these notes so often that my brain has made a connection with what it feels like to play these notes, to sing these notes, and what they are, what I call them. And so when I play a note up there, I'm looking for that sensation, and it's crazy because it's just other octaves of the same notes. And so I search inside myself, what does it feel like? And it feels completely foreign to me. It's like it's not even the same language. I have to sing it in order to do it. E flat, ooh, E flat. Okay, so I can figure it out if I bring it down an octave, that was an E flat. But boy, that takes a lot more work. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of burnt out. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna throw some cold water on my face and then get back at it. Okay, so I've had a day. The comfy range that I've been talking about this whole time, I'm going to show you where I've ended up, which is pretty good. All right, so let's just do a few in my comfy range. I'm doing a beautiful palette cleanser, so I have no sense of pitch or harmony. And let's sing an F, concert F. F. Okay, close enough. And how about a concert C sharp? Feel good about that. Let's try B flat. Ooh, yeah. Let's just do tuning A, concert A. Go. Let's try middle C. Okay, let's just do one more. Let's see if I can get a G flat. Mm-mm. Had to think about that one, and I don't appreciate having to think about that. I feel like I could have nailed it, and I didn't, but that's okay. So here we are, having a really pretty good pitch recollection. I can know what it feels like to sing each of these pitches in any order without associating them with each other, right? I'm not thinking about intervals. That's good. I'm feeling the sensation singing them. I'm not doing the fingerings anymore. However, in the real world, I can use intervals. I can use fingerings. There's no reason that if my goal is to know what pitches are being played, that I can't use every tool in my wheelhouse. So a really great relative pitch with this added skill on top gets us really, really close. So if I use everything in my wheelhouse, I might have to think about it a little bit longer to be sure, do some fingerings along with it, and feel the sensation singing. I can get really close, if not exact, in that nice octave. And since I have one octave of it that I know I can be really pretty accurate, well, now if I have anything outside of that, if I just transpose it to that octave, then I'm good. And the same thing from really down below. So let's try that, like something really high up here. So let's do binder method. It's a B natural. Okay, so something like that. It takes me a second because I can't sing that note. I can go like I physically can't sing it, and so it has to be done in my own brain hole, and that's really hard to hear a pitch and in your brain transpose it down an octave. It's hard to do. So let's try one low. I think so. G. Okay. I can't sing that note, right? That was the first one I sang. So in my brain, transpose it up. I find it a lot easier to transpose up an octave than down when I transcribe my pop tunes. I'm used to hearing these bass lines and going dum da 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 da, like that's up an octave. I guess that's one of those things where I'm just used to doing it. So it's been one day. I think it's pretty good, and I started pretty good. Like, you know, trained classical musician. There's tons of music kind of floating around in my head that I've played in the past. Like anytime I hear da, I know that's a D because there's a piece I played called the Arpeggione Sonata. Da, 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 da. And I just know what that feels like. That I just know what a D minor feels like because I've played that piece so much. And so anytime I hear a D, that's the melody that goes in my head. There's so many of those things going on in my head, and I assume even if you've just heard like a Beatles song over and over, you just know what it feels like if it's sung in the right key. So with all of that going on in my head, like I said, I could get really close. Even from the beginning of this video, I was within a whole step of all of these notes. But honing that in took some time. I think it's worth it, but what's really going to be interesting is in a week, 2 weeks, a month, how these skills have developed, if I've lost them completely and this was all for just one YouTube video in a day, or if it all comes together and this is now a skill that I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are trying this yourself, let me know in the comments your results. If you've tried any of the different exercises to test yourself. If you liked this, let me know and I can see if I can push the boundaries a little bit further of what somebody can do who specifically does not have perfect pitch. But kind of testing the boundaries of relative pitch and what we can learn from just the sensations of our bodies, just what it feels like to sing or play or hear even certain pitches. If you like this stuff, make sure you're subscribed. I do new videos every single week. Again, thank you to Skillshare for making this video possible. If you want to help out as well, you could go to patreon.com/classical trombone. If you want to hear some of my own music, I have an album called Half Man, Half Machine on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. And that sounds a little something like